They put me in the sky, but then I got out of the sky, and now I'm not in the sky anymore. Ah! Chat is way too off to the side. Hold on. Hold on. Let me fix this. Whee! Okay. Little bit weird, but how's it going, everybody? Welcome. Dude, the illusion. I love that, like, I was, like, building this up. I was like, "Oh, Penny OS got a new update, everybody." And then quite literally, the moment the stream started, the illusion was shattered completely. I'm sure there's gonna be even more of this going on. Hi, everybody. How's it going? I'm back. If you are not familiar, I was gone for the last 4 days. I know that, like, I have unannounced kept from streaming for longer than 4 days, but this time it was announced. This time it was an announced vacation. Um and I am back now, and I'm probably not going to stream again until Tuesday, but I did want to just, I don't know, like, I sometimes, whenever I get back from a vacation, I'm like, I have to stream, I have to stream, I have to stream. I literally got back today. Um Fucking 10 a.m. this morning, I hobbled back into my apartment with Joy, and just uh, almost immediately, actually, not even almost immediately. It took a couple hours because I was playing around with other stuff that I was doing, but eventually, around 3 p.m., I did fall asleep for a very long time. So, because I was up at 2 in the morning today for my flight back home, or for our flight back home. We did have a good time. Yeah, we saw some of Joy's uh family, extended family and whatnot, and I went up to hang out and also meet some people that I had not met before, and it was all well and good vibes all around. um I am so happy to be back, though. Like, I literally, the whole time, I was thinking to myself, obviously I had a great time, so don't get it twisted. I had a fantastic time, but the entire time I was up there, I was thinking, like, "Oh my god, I wanna get back and play Dragon Quest VIII." Like, that was, like, all I was able to think about, for such a long time while I was up there. Because if you don't know, oh ho 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 ho, I'm so excited for this week in Streamland, because to this week, I'm not only most likely going to finish Metroid Prime, which is its own little bit of excitement. If you haven't been following the Metroid Prime playthrough, I've really been having a great time with that game. Um, but also, I am starting a new one, and that is the previously mentioned Dragon Quest VIII. I have been doing my best to hype it up a little bit because I'm a new Dragon Quest fan. I'm a recent Dragon Quest fan. I played 11 earlier. I played 11, or I guess I should say last year. Um Around, I want to say August, September, around that era. And I had such a good time with it. Dragon Quest 11 is so fucking good, and it, like, single-handedly got me into the Dragon Quest franchise. So ever since then, I have just been, like, just doing my best to try all kinds of different Dragon Quest things. Right now I'm actually playing Dragon Quest V on my own time. I started that on my vacation. I downloaded the, like, a fan translated PS2 version hack, because there was a PS2 remake of Dragon Quest V that was only released in Japan, but it's been, like, long since fan translated. So I downloaded that and started playing that version on my Steam Deck. And ah, it's so good so far. I'm still really early. in the game, but it's really good so far. And I was actually thinking about maybe just like throwing on some of that tonight because it's a lot it's very chill. It's a very chill game so far. It's kind of it's not necessarily free form, like it's still kind of linear. You have to do things in certain orders, but like so far I get the impression that like it's very it's been a very like kind of find your own way experience, which is really cool given, you start the game as like a little kid and you're following your dad around and your dad is like, "I got to do some stuff, little kid, go play and have fun." And then you have to go and like find things to do and you like come across all these stories. Anyway. Um playing it off your deck. Yeah. So I have actually set up my is a Steam Deck worth the purchase? Fucking absolutely. The Steam Deck is incredible. The Steam Deck is like 100% worth the hype. If you have ever wanted like a portable gaming PC with the form factor of like an actual handheld game device and it's not just like a clunky fucking laptop that like you have to hold on your lap and it like melts your thighs, Steam Deck is amazing. It's really, really good. Especially if you like playing around with stuff. Especially if you like playing around with stuff and software. Anyway, I was gonna say, I've done a cool thing with the assistance of the many, many, many people out there making tools and tutorials for Steam Deck and Linux in general. And I have set up my emulation gaming situation in a very cool way that excites me. And I talked about it a little bit on Twitter today, but I basically have it set up where I have my emulators on Steam Deck, I have my emulators on PC, and then I have software that I downloaded and set up that makes it so I can share and sync all of my ROMs and all of my emulator save files between my Windows PC and my Steam Deck. Like, so when I got home today, I put the finishing touches on this setup and I set it all up and I booted up Dragon Quest V, which I had been playing at the airport. My most recent save file was at the airport, literally states away, that I had been playing on my Steam Deck. I booted it up on my PC and my save file was right there, exactly where I left it. And I like internally, like I lost my mind a little bit. It was such a cool little moment of like, oh my God, like it works. It works so well. And the cool thing is that, with Steam games, the Steam Deck just kind of does that automatically. Dude, I gotta fix these fucking alerts. I'm sorry. This is why I streamed tonight. This is the main reason why I elected to stream tonight. Because I knew we were gonna have some brief growing pains with the new overlay setup because I changed some things. How's it looking, by the way? The new Penny OS, it's really more of just like a theme update than it is a full-on like overhaul, but I really like it. You'll be able to see once I get started with whatever I get started with. I don't know what I'm doing tonight in terms of like if I'm playing any games or whatever. Can I be honest? Well, first of all, thank you. I appreciate the kind words about it. Yeah, I was thinking the darker color palette, I think, was long overdue. Not only is it just easier on the eyes in general, but also I actually think looking through all my tests and stuff, I actually think for some reason it's like a little more, I guess, immersive with the gameplay footage. It kind of complements because it feels like a theater mode version of my overlay. So it kind of has like a nice little, it kind of, I don't know, it makes the game footage feel bigger in a way. And I hope you'll see what I'm talking about when I actually get into whatever I do. But anyway, the thing I was gonna say, I'm gonna be honest. I know I did it last year, and I know I was teasing it this year on Twitter, and I was genuinely, like, setting things up for it. But, like, I don't know if I wanna do, like, "Oh, these are the best games I played in 2022" thing this year. I was planning to do it, but then I waited too long, and I know I could still do it in January and it'd be, like, fine. You know, nobody's gonna, like, get mad at me for doing a 2022 related video in January. But, like, even even more so, I kinda just don't feel like it. Like, it doesn't feel like something I, like, actually want to do. I think I was just doing it because I was just setting up for it. Cause like, "Oh, clearly I'm gonna do a 2022 one because I did it last year, and it was funny last year." And it was a relatively successful video/stream. We had the whole, like, laugh track, boo. We had the bruh bit, and I was trying to think of new gimmicks and stuff like that, but honestly, like, I had a couple ideas, but ultimately, I'm just like, I just don't think I wanna do it this year. So, I would say maybe don't expect one of those. If I find a reason for me to do it in a way that's, like, exciting or at least just, like, mildly interesting to me, then I will, but, like, no promises, and I'm gonna go ahead and say probably don't expect one of those this year. I am probably gonna pivot and just, like, just go into 2023 looking forward, looking forward, looking forward, because we got some exciting there's so many fucking insane games coming out this year. Um, I'm, like, actually, I'm both excited and also a little scared as to how fucking stacked 2023 is in the game releases. Even just in January, we have fucking new SpongeBob 3D platformer Battle for Bikini Bottom style. I cannot stress enough. There's going to be a new SpongeBob 3D collectathon platformer by the same dev team that made the Battle for Bikini Bottom remake. Why is not everybody in the world, like, leaping from the walls in excitement over this? This game, I'm gonna play the shit out of it when it comes out. And that's a promise. I am streaming that game when it comes out. But also in January, there's the new Fire Emblem. There's Dead Space Remake. I'm probably not gonna have time to stream either of those. At least not right away. I do want to stream the Dead Space remake. I just don't know if I'll be able to do it on release. Especially because I haven't even played the originals, so I'm still determining whether that's something I would want to play after playing the actual first game, or I guess depending on how good it is. Like if the game comes out and people are like, "Oh, this is the definitive way to play Dead Space," then, like, I'll probably just play that one first and then maybe go back someday. But, like, ultimately, I'm still not gonna have time because here's the thing. Here's my, like, here's a quick overview, I think, of my January stream agenda. So obviously, I've already mentioned we're gonna finish Metroid Prime this week. I hope. I hope this Tuesday is the Metroid Prime finale. We don't have that much in the game left as far as I can tell. So, so this week, Tuesday is Metroid Prime, hopefully again the finale, and then Wednesday is the premiere of my Dragon Quest VIII playthrough, which again, oh my god, I'm so excited about, and I really sincerely hope that it turns out good. I hope people enjoy it. I hope I enjoy it. I hope it turns out to actually be, like, a good stream game. It's gonna be a little experimental because Dragon Quest games can get kind of long, and they can also get, I don't want to say repetitive because they're all very, like, chill. You know, it's not repetitive in, like, an irritating way, but it definitely can get kind of, like, zen in a way that might not be conducive to stream energy. But I don't want to claim that up front. I'm just saying, like, it's a risk, and it's a bit of an experiment, but I'm still very excited about it, and I am once again begging people to come watch the Dragon Quest streams and enjoy Dragon Quest in the same way that I do. If you are not familiar with Dragon Quest, do not be deterred by the fact that there's an 8 in the title. Most if not all of the games are standalone enough that you can and 8 is like, I know 8 is like its own thing. It doesn't even use like similar characters. 11 was the same way. Dragon Quest is the one with the funny little blue slimes. Yes. Anyway, they're mostly standalone. Save for like a couple of the earlier games had like story arcs going, but Dragon Quest 8 is a standalone thing. So if you don't know anything if you don't know anything, come and watch. I hope I'll be able to help you. But if you don't know anything about Dragon Quest specifically, don't worry. Neither did I until I played 11, and I'm still very early in my, like, again, my fan appreciation for it. Anyway, that's happening on Wednesday, so stay tuned. But then, okay, and this is where things get a little weird. This is where things get a little weird because, you know, it's probably safe to say once I start Dragon Quest this week, the Wednesday slot is going to be like dedicated to Dragon Quest, much like the God of War streams were for the most part when I was playing those, and much like the Yakuza Like a Dragon streams were during like the kind of back half when I was playing that. Wednesday is the long game stream slot essentially. So you'll know what to expect on Wednesdays. But then, once I finish Metroid Prime, I think what I'm going to try to do is throw in as much Pokemon Scarlet as possible until SpongeBob comes out. Because in terms of games coming out this month, I think SpongeBob is the only one that I'm like gonna go out of my way to stream. And that comes out literally at the end of the month, like January 31st. And then the next game that I'm going to go out of my way to stream, as far as I know, is like maybe PSVR 2 release stuff in February. And if not that, then it's all the way to like Resident Evil 4 in March. So we'll have time, I think, actually to finish Pokemon Scarlet. Because I know I've really been lagging behind on that. But I want to get back to that for sure. Because I'm excited about the idea of appreciating more of what the game is rather than what I was disappointed it wasn't, you know? And fingers crossed, maybe by that time, updates will be coming out. Maybe, you know, not likely, but I don't know. Maybe they'll actually work on like fixing their shit. But like the game is still fun. The game was still very fun from what I played, and I want to finish it. And also I really want to score bunny. I know they have that like they have the what's the full evolution? I'm spacing Cinderace. They had the Cinderace raid. I think it already happened, but isn't there another one happening? I don't think I'm gonna be high enough level to grab a Cinderace by the time that happens. The 13th, yeah, there's no way. Oh, I'm not gonna get my Cinderace. Oh man. Okay. I have to learn to be okay with that. I want Keith back. I miss my boy. I didn't really, people were telling me like, oh, Penny, the Cinderace raid is coming. And I'm like, yeah, I wish it was Score Bunny. And then all the people who know like more about Pokemon than me, which is not, it's a low bar to clear. We're doing like the fucking Homer Simpson meme where it's like Cinderace can be bred for Score Bunny. Like it was like money can be exchanged for goods and services. And I did not know this until people told me. So I didn't put enough priority because I thought it was just going to be Cinderace, and I didn't know there was going to be like I didn't know there was gonna be a way I could actually get a Scorbunny out of it because Scorbunny is my favorite Pokemon, like, by far. Um, anyway, so yeah, so probably assuming we finish Metroid Prime this week, we're gonna start back on Pokemon Scarlet next week. But then the weird shit is what happens in between because I would like to stream a little bit more than twice a week, at least try early this year. And I had a couple ideas, and I talked about this on Twitter. So, and this is something I want to talk to y'all about for a second and maybe get your opinion on maybe a more experimental, like long form stream project here. Or at least like stream style. I would like to get back into doing art streams because if you don't know, I recently have been on a kick of like sort of rediscovering my love for like drawing and like making art. Um I've been posting a lot more art recently. I've been doing like doodles in my own time and I've been trying to just do a lot more and really get back to improving because you know I used to be like a lot of enthusiasm from chat. Thank you. I'll talk more about details as to what I'm thinking in a second once I give context. But like I feel like a lot of people don't actually know how kind of passionate of an artist I am, at least in theory. Because I've basically been drawing my whole life. I've been an artist my entire life, like literally since I could like the cliche is like, you know, since I could hold a pencil, but like truly, like it has been like that my whole life. Um and for a while I felt like I was really, really on track in terms of like my improvement and like developing my art style. But then like, especially in middle school. Like, in middle school and, like, early high school, I was really on the ball. And, like, I was improving a lot, and I was constantly, you know, drawing and trying new things, and I think a lot of that was because I was in school, and in school, it's really easy to get into drawing when you're in school because oftentimes, it's, like, the one thing you can do to keep yourself from going insane, right? So, I would always draw during class. Um and that was like kind of how I kept up my practice and stuff. But then, you know, when I became an adult and I graduated and started doing my own stuff, and then you know, kind of made a career out of YouTube and all that kind of stuff, it was like, oh shit, I got to put like all my time and energy into this. And honestly, I kind of just fell out of love with it. And I never fell out of like conscious intention. I never fell out of conscious love with it. I've always, even for years and years and years, I've just been like, oh man, I miss drawing as much as I used to. I miss improving like I used to. And I miss all of these like comics and projects and stuff that I wanted to do. I should really get back into that. And it's been that way for years. And I really kind of hit a low point recently where I was just like, man, like, I feel like it's been forever since I actually like put my heart and soul into an art project. You know, the most I would do is like shit for my streams and, you know, I would like draw emotes because like all of my emotes, well, not all of them, but most like 90% of my emotes are custom drawn. The ones that are like art of me, I did those. So like I would do stuff like that every so often, but like it was few and far between. And I hit kind of a low point where I was like, man, can I even do this shit anymore? Like, could I even make a comic if I wanted to? Right. And that was really kind of plaguing me for a while until recently. Um, I, a couple things happened. One, Joy moved in and she got a new screen, like graphics tablet for her PC setup. So she has, I think it's a Huion tablet, and it's really nice. And so she's been using that for her art stuff for a while now. And so as a result, she passed down her previous like drawing tablet, non-screen, just like, you know, tabletop tablet, um, onto me. just because, like, she had no use for it, and I was like, "Hey, can I use this?" She's like, "Sure." So I've been using that, and for some reason, I'm, like, really comfortable with, like, a graphics tablet, like a non-screen graphics tablet. It took a minute to regain, like, the hand-eye coordination, of course, because it had been a while, but, like, it was weirdly nostalgic for me doing that again, because that used to be, like, how I did digital art until I started getting obsessed more with, like, the technology of, like, screen tablets, more so than the actual craft of making stuff. Because for a while I was in like a bit of like a dark zone where I was like, oh, I like in order to make good, like, I didn't think this consciously, but in the back of my mind, I was like, in order to make good art, I have to have the good screen tablet, right? Because when you see how cool those things are and how useful they can be, it's high risk for you to get into that mindset of like, oh, I could do so much more if I just had the right tools, right? But the fundamental truth of it is that the tools do not make the artist. The artist makes good use of the tools. And you just got to work with what you're comfortable with, right? And like what you can get the most out of. And so for me, trying to draw on this like non-screen tablet again, this just like Intuos, I was like, oh man, this is nostalgic for me. And it kind of, I don't know, I think it like kind of flipped a little switch in my mind where I was like, oh yeah, I used to draw like this because I used to just like drawing, and this was all I could do for a little while, and this worked for me. Like, this was where I did some of my best work. This was how I did some of my best work. So that happened. So that was the first thing. And then the second thing was that recently I have really started to appreciate a lot of new media that I have not properly given the time of day before, and in particular JRPGs. And if you know anything about JRPGs, one of the biggest things that JRPGs do better than basically like any other genre is like memorable characters and parties that you just become obsessed with. Like like characters that you cannot get the fuck out of your head for as long as you live. There's like some special sauce to the way that a good JRPG can just like ingrain a love of a character or a group of characters in your soul forever, right? So, what happened is I finished Persona 5, and for the first time in a very long time, like a very long time, I was like, "Oh, fuck, I wanna make fan art." So so I did a I actually got off my ass. Well, I mean, I was sitting at my desk, but you know what I mean. I metaphorically got off my ass and I made some fan art about something that I was really into and that I was really passionate about. And I made this little drawing of Joker, canonically named Ravioli Rigatoni, and if you can't handle that, fuck you. Anyway, I made a drawing of him and Makoto because Makoto was my favorite character at the time. I think still is. Um, but I drew that and I was like, "Oh, that was fun." And I like tried some new things with like the rendering I never tried before. And for the first time in a while, I like looked up art tutorials to like figure out how to do certain things that I didn't know how to do. Anyway, kind of I mean, what else is new, but like I'm kind of becoming long-winded here. All this to say, I just started those two things kind of in tandem really set me on to like a nice bit of momentum. And then the thing that really did it in for me, that really just kind of like changed everything for the foreseeable near future, hopefully, is when I did this comic on Tumblr. Hold on. This comic on Tumblr, it's really big. Hold on. because I've also been really obsessed with My Little Pony recently. If you are not aware, I don't know how you would not be. Anyway, there was a funny post about McDonald's jeans, and I read the post, and for some reason in my head, I was just like, this is rarity. I read the post, and it was mainly like the big like diatribe about the jeans and like their fabric and where they come from. I was like, this is rarity. I was like, rarity said this. I could not get it out of my head. So I was like, you know what? I was like, you know what? I've done some Persona fan art. Why don't I do a fan comic for the first time in literally years? Like upwards of maybe even maybe not upwards of a decade, but like it's been long of years since I've done anything like this. And I was like, I'm gonna make a fan comic for the first time in years and years and years and years. And I did it, and I love it, and I'm so happy with it. It's a shit post, and it's silly, and it's not that groundbreaking. And even looking at it now, I'm like, oh, there's a couple things I would do better. But like, dude, you don't know like how important seeing this come to fruition and seeing how good it looks after not having done something like this for so long. I'm really proud of this. As simple as it is, I'm like really genuinely proud of it. Some of the faces and some of the line work in here, I think turned out so well in a way that I have not been confident in a very long time. I've not been confident like okay, this right here, this rarity I think is extremely cute. I love the line art of this rarity. I love how like her mane and tail turned out here. These two Applejack faces are like some of the best facial expressions I think I've ever drawn. And they're not even that complex. For some reason, it just feels good to look at. It's just really satisfying to look at for me in a way that makes me really happy. Anyway, I'm not sitting here trying to brag. I'm just trying to explain like, this is where I've been. Anyway, all this to say, all of these things stacked up. And I was like, oh man. I was like, I want to keep doing this. I was like, I don't want to lose this again. So, anyway, all that to say, I have been considering starting either a weekly or a bi-weekly art stream schedule for my stream. Either every week or every other week. I was thinking I could dedicate a specific slot in the week and stream specifically for like about a year or so, hopefully, stream like art practice and like stream myself like, you know, like practicing shit, trying to figure out how to do new stuff and really see if I can maybe like document the process of like improving over the next year or so. Because I found this video that I think is really promising, and it was like literally it was like someone I forget who, but there's a video someone made, and it was like a big like art tutorial channel. I had watched some of his stuff previously when looking up stuff I wanted to find for the Persona video, Persona art I made. But it was like an art improvement and practice schedule over a year, and he literally like lays out like exercises you can do within certain months and things you should do like every day or every month and stuff to see like a legitimate improvement in the course of a year. And like kind of break out of like comfort zones and like bad habits and stuff. And I like, and I'm like, that's what I need. I was like, I need something like that. I need some kind of like regimen that can keep me moving forward and maybe make up for lost time. Because like I said, for a while, I was like constantly improving when I was in like middle and early high school. and I lost that for a while. And like I said, I kind of hit a low point, and I don't want to feel like that again, you know? Not that necessarily I think I lose any of my value if I'm not as good of an artist as I used to be compared to my age, or like I used to want to be. But like I still want to do this stuff, you know? I've talked about it plenty of times that like I don't want to be doing like YouTube gaming videos as the single facet of my career for the rest of my life, you know? I want to make comics. I'm like I want to make animations. Like I want to do this shit. So anyway, I was thinking that might be nice. And I was honestly thinking that could be like a Sunday thing. Um, maybe. It kind of feels like a Sunday thing to me. I don't know if it's just me. I think it was Mark Brunette. Sorry if I Mark Brunet. I don't actually know. That latter one feels more correct if I had to guess, but unfortunately I'm not exactly familiar. But yeah, it was him. It was his channel. Um Thank you for bringing that up. Um yeah, so I was thinking like I could jot down some notes from that video, figure out some stuff I'd want to do on like a weekly basis. And I was yeah, and I just think it'd be a nice environment. It would not only just be like kind of chill, and also it would be a way for me to like have a dedicated space to practice without feeling like I'm cutting too much into like my day job, basically, if that makes sense. Um, because that's really the biggest thing is that, you know, when trying to it having a d- having a job, and of course obviously everyone knows streaming is the hardest job in the world, so allow me to complain about it a little bit more. um uh Having a job in like streaming or just like YouTube, whatever, content creation in general, and being on like a fully self-made schedule, for me, someone like me who has a hard time with time management, I have learned to cope with my poor time management by unfortunately putting myself in a position where 24/7 I am in a state of like now is the time I should be doing something, you know? Like even literally today, I woke up at 2 a.m. this morning and I just got back home from a fucking 4-day vacation. Like and my next scheduled stream isn't until Tuesday. And I'm sitting here Sunday night. It's almost midnight and I wanted to stream. And not saying I regret being here, but it's definitely I exist in a weird sort of like limbo state a lot of the time where it's like if I'm not working, I feel like I should be working, and if I am working, I'm like, "Oh, I should be taking more time for myself." And it's like a it's a horrible back and forth. So, sometimes it's hard for me to say, "Oh, every day at this time I will practice art," because then I'm thinking, "Oh shit, well, maybe every day at that time I should be like editing real-time fandub instead." You know? So the reason why I had the idea of making it like a consistent stream series of me improving my art is so that I could like kind of do a two birds one stone thing and like trick myself, literally like trick myself into having an art study schedule. If that makes sense. Like, because I feel like that's one of the only ways that in my current lot in life, I could actually make that work for my brain and not like just make me want to go crazy if I'm not actively doing stuff that like puts food on the table, you know? Um so yeah, that's my idea. It's called giving yourself structure, and it's a good strat. Yeah, I mean, in a way. I think it's more tricking myself. But also I thought it'd just be a cool thing anyway. Like not, like even beyond the benefit of like tricking myself into having like a more reasonable um time management situation. I also just thought it'd be nice, and I was thinking like, "Oh, it'd be so fun if like other people could like kind of use that as like a similar thing. Other people could say, "Oh shit, Well, if Penny improves, if Penny does like an art improvement stream, or just even just like an art stream, it doesn't have to be a art improvement. If Penny does an art stream at this certain time every week, I could also watch along and like either study along the same shit or like just do stuff on my own time. And it'd be a nice way to like kind of maybe help other people have at least like a couple hours or so where they could like come along with me. And then we could do a big fucking improvement thing where we're all doing stuff, you know? I kind of lost that thought partway through. I don't know. I for some reason I started becoming self-conscious about my my big dreams about improving art with my audience. I started the fucking irony and like cynicism poisoning seeped in, and I was like, oh, saying it out loud, it sounds kind of stupid, doesn't it? But I'm like, no, fuck that. No, that sounds awesome. I'm not saying it's a guarantee. It doesn't have to be a guarantee to be a fucking incredible idea. So I'm thinking of doing that. Again, I don't know when though. That's the problem. The Tuesdays and Wednesdays are taken. And Thursdays are kind of taken for me nowadays because I've been taking Thursdays as like a hangout with friends kind of day. Honestly, Sunday could be the one. Sunday could be the one. Hey man, I just want to thank you for your enthusiasm about Dragon Quest. Well, first of all, Mighty Max, thank you for the resub. I appreciate it. Thank you for your enthusiasm about Dragon Quest 11 as it got me to marathon it, and I'm having a blast. Very happy to hear that. Random question about your builds. Did you learn multiple weapons for characters? Did you have people focus on one weapon? I did the latter because for me, I was very much when I was running the characters through their skill trees, I was like looking at all the higher level skills and higher SP cost skills, and I was like, oh, I want these so bad. And if I try and fucking like like multi-weapon these motherfuckers, then like I'm gonna waste skill points that I can use getting to these higher tier skills. And that's usually the way I like to play. I was just like, I want to just get to the most powerful stuff as soon as possible. But I mean, it's there for a reason. Like, you know, totally customize it to your liking. For me, like what worked for me personally might not be the most fun for you. So just do what's fun. Just do it. Just do it. Gets that sweet dopamine flowing. Yes. I think Sunday sounds good because it is like inherently the kind of like, oh, Sunday is the day where we vibe. And I think like dude, could you imagine like, oh my god, could you imagine like a Sunday morning breakfast and art stream? Holy shit. Get my espresso machine in here, make coffee at the beginning. No promises about that, but yeah, I think a Sunday art stream schedule, maybe every other week, just so that because I like to have free Sundays occasionally. So I think like maybe like a bi-weekly, and then in the meantime, I would obviously keep doing art stuff on my own time, but then every so often I guess it would be kind of like a checkup. Just like, hey, how's everyone going? How's everyone going? Any coffee ASMR? For the past month, I have been in the back of my mind romanticizing the idea of starting a coffee shop. And I don't know why. I'm just like this, against my will. I've been romanticizing a lot of things recently. I've been in a I don't know. I've been in a good place recently, I think, in terms of like appreciation. I did it again. I've done that before. Why do I do that sometimes? Appreciating the finer little details of living life. Uh, I don't know why. I'm just in that era. I'm just trying to be more content, I guess. It's hard though. It's hard being both content and ambitious. It's a real problem. Coffee is so oddly aesthetic in almost every scenario. I agree. I'm a fucking like I'm a pumpkin spice bitch. I'm like I hate to admit it. I'm all about like that like white girl fall aesthetic. If I were a little less self-aware, if I were a little less self-aware and again like irony poisoned, I can guarantee you I would have a fucking like fall aesthetic Pinterest. And I think, you know, admitting that about myself is like a necessary step towards self-love and acceptance. Cause like I you like what you like. There's still time. No, I'm already reblogging too much My Little Pony. I can give myself like a couple cringe things. Okay, obviously I'm joking. Cringe is dead. Like what you like. Never fucking feel bad about enjoying harmless shit that like is just comfortable to you. Okay, but also to step back into the bit, I'm allowing myself like a couple cringe special interests for every like 3 months or so. Not to mistakenly claim the term special interest. I just sometimes I feel like I don't know how else I would describe some the ways I kind of get obsessed with things sometimes. Um I've there was a point I think within the past there was a point within the past month. Maybe hyperfixation. I truly don't know. I don't know like where the nuances of each term begins and ends. I just know that recently I was it must have happened at like 3 in the morning or something. I must have been like reblogging like 3 fucking pieces of My Little Pony art on Tumblr in a row. And I was like, I have not done this with any other property or franchise or thing that I like on Tumblr in a long time. I was like, I have not done this in a while. I was like, this is something different. I was like, this is new. I was like, My Little Pony got me to fucking draw a 2016 style reblog comic. You know? Things do not do that to me often. So like I've definitely I've hit a threshold where like I'm constantly thinking about My Little Pony. Like I want to talk about it. Every time someone talks to me about it, I'm like, "Oh, let me talk to you about my opinions of seasons 1 through 5 and the 2 Equestria Girls movies that I watched. Did you ask? No. Too bad, motherfucker." And then I'm also like, oh, you know what? You know, Pinkie Pie used to be my favorite, and I think I still like Pinkie Pie. I think she's still my favorite just for nostalgia reasons. But also, man, I'm really starting to appreciate Applejack and Rarity, and, like I just turn into this person whenever I start talking about this shit, and and then once I became kind of lucid about that was where I hit the point where I was like, I think I could maybe call that a hyperfixation, if not a special interest. Like I something like some I need some term to describe how intensely and like neurodivergently I feel about this show, and I don't know which is the right one. And that's the problem. So to most people, I just say, "Oh yeah, I've really been into My Little Pony lately." And they go, "Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Awesome. Yeah, I liked that show a lot." And then just internally I'm like, "Yeah, I like it a lot too." I'm just like, you don't understand what I mean when I say I've been really into it lately. Oh man. I describe that as obsessing. Yeah, but it's in like a positive way. That just makes me feel good. Anyway, dude, I need to see Puss in Boots: The Last Wish literally yesterday. I need to watch it. I'm so mad I haven't seen it yet. I have been seeing and hearing such good things about it. I wanted to watch that shit when it was still called 9 Lives and 40 Thieves. Y'all remember that? Cuz I love that first Puss in Boots movie. I've loved it since release day, baby. I thought it was so good. Um and when I heard they were doing a sequel back in like 2012, I was like, "Oh, that's going to be great when I see it next year." How soon we forget. The villain is fucking terrifying in the last wish, like I was scared. That's awesome. I think you know what, I'm not gonna say anything for fear of doing to others what was done unto me by accident, which was unfortunate. But all that to say, I am excited. Did you watch Wendell and Wild? No, I'm bad at watching new things. If you can't tell, I haven't even watched Sonic Prime yet. I'm really, really bad at watching new things nowadays. But that being said, y'all know I'm about to watch the shit out of that Last of Us show. Because again, that's like another thing that I'm just like, I'm all in on for some reason. I just I do want to watch Wendell and Wild. I want to watch Sonic Prime. I want to watch Wendell and Wild. I want to watch Puss in Boots. I want to watch new Black Panther. I want to watch the fucking I want to watch Im Threegan. I want to see Megan so bad. That it's apparently good. Which is the weird part. 94%. Well, it's 93 now, so hold your horses there, bucko. But still, fucking Im Threegan, I'm kind of so into it. The trailer was awesome. I watched it recently. I barely knew this movie existed. You know what? I saw the trailer. I had never seen anything about this movie before, but then I realized that wasn't even true. When I was watching the trailer, I was like, "Oh, I have seen something about this movie before. I keep seeing that fucking gif where her arms go like side to side like they're a fucking snake." And I've seen it over and over again. And I didn't know that was from this movie. I thought that was just some weird shit. I was like, I didn't know where it came from. And so then I watched the trailer. And I was like, "Oh, that's where that's from." That's actually funny. It like completely recontextualized why that GIF is popular. What GIF? Oh, hold on. I can almost guarantee if you've been on Twitter within the past month, you've seen this GIF. One time. Megan. Come on. Here it is. Here it is. I found it. Wait. Here, I have to. Okay. This one. This one. Do you know this one? That's Im Threegan. Yeah, she's kind of fucking it up, though. Oh, wait. Sorry, I just saw another one. I just saw it's insane. It's crazy. Anyway, listen, if you haven't seen it, now you have. So why are we splitting hairs? You know? That movement is really off-putting. Yeah, it's a horror movie. Finished the second Titan boss in Sonic Frontiers. That game goes so fucking hard. It does. It really does. This is a good game. Anyway, yeah, I wanna see M3 again. Can we add M3 again to the OS? I don't know. I'll look into it. I'm not gonna say yes right now. I'm not gonna do it right now. Because I don't even know what you're like, in what way are you asking for? Do you just want me to put the GIF there? What about M1gen or M2gen? I think that was just Child's Play. I think that was just those movies. I don't mean to spread misinformation that M3gen is in the Child's Play universe, but also, I mean, like, hey, producers, if you're watching, kind of just struck gold for you. So, you know, donation link is is in the description below. Please feel free to reimburse me for my great ideas. M3gen and Chucky would serve, honestly. They totally would. I have like I have a mild curiosity to watch that Chucky show. I've never seen anything Chucky or Child's Play related, but the show looks funny. The show is where you have the little monster, little motherfucker saying gender fluid. So like, it's gotta be good, right?
You know, I have a queer kid. You have a kid. Gender fluid. And you're cool with it? I'm not a monster, Jake.
Shit is so funny. It's funny because he kills people. It's funny because he kills people. But at least he's progressive. I'm not a monster, Jake. I'm not a monster, Jake. Start doing like a Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn. I literally almost just said Holly. I went to a comic store when I was on vacation this weekend, and God, whenever I walk into like a comic shop and I just see all the fantastic comic cover art coming out nowadays, it makes me want to go insane. Cause there's so much. And I want to start reading comics, mainly just because I want a reason to understand the cool cover art that I keep seeing. I got a My Little Pony comic. And that was cool. It was the only one I brought home. but I took a bunch of pictures of the covers I wanted to follow up on, actually. Did you know that they made Shazam a woman in one of them? Or at least on one of the covers? That was pretty cool. And I took a picture of an Elektra cover because that's a Marvel Snap card that I really like. There was a really cool Spider-Verse one I saw. There's a cover for a comic called Batgirls. I don't know anything about this, but the cover goes so fucking hard. Anyway, so there's stuff like that.
Gender fluid.
Oh. Anyway, all right. I want to do something chill. Because I want to show y'all the cool frosted glass display window thing that I have for the new overlay, and I want to test it out on stream tonight. So I'm kind of in between three things. I'm in between just throwing on some Dragon Quest V. And it would kind of be a spoiler for the vibes of Dragon Quest VIII later. And also, it might be a little confusing because it's a little bit like, it's a little less overtly narrative heavy than like Dragon Quest XI, but it also still does have like a lot of dialogue and story and stuff. It's an RPG, so. But also, I was thinking about maybe playing Unpacking, just to kind of maybe fit the I just got back from vacation vibes. I feel like most people would rather see something like Unpacking, or alternatively, I also installed Assemble with Care, which I've never played before. I have played most of Unpacking, so I wouldn't be blind. But Assemble with Care is like pretty short, I think. It's only like an hour. Assemble with Care is fantastic. How long is full game Unpacking? Yeah, Unpacking is longer than Assemble. What about Marvel Snap? Don't do this to me. I actually can I be honest? Kind of fell out of it a little bit. I think it was just because I was on vacation, and truthfully, I got in a bit of a rut where I was trying to upgrade cards more than I was trying to play the game. I think once I start paying attention to the game again and I like play around with some more decks, I'll be right back in. But I've been taking a little break from it. You gotta take a break every once in a while. Even my favorite game in the world, Final Fantasy XIV. I'll go through lulls with that game. It happens. Also, I wanted to ask about your thoughts on the third act in DQ11 because I have thoughts, but I won't get into them. I have not played it, actually. I stopped my playthrough when I finished Act 2. I was thinking about playing Act 3, but then I had a couple things spoiled for me from Act 3 that made me feel like, oh, huh. it made me feel a little bit like, oh, maybe I can pretend like the game ended here. And I know it's basically just like the third part of the story, but like I felt like the Act 2 ending was satisfying enough that like I was like, yeah, I got a very complete experience with that game just playing Acts 1 and 2. I will probably play Act 3 eventually, just because eventually I'm gonna run out of other stuff to play. But like I definitely and also part of it was if I had played for like 80 hours or so, I could have seen myself pushing through Act 3 just to get more of the game under my belt. The thing about it is that by the time I finished Act 2, my save file was at 140 hours, just given the way I played it. So I was kind of burned out. I was like, yeah, I got my fill. I was like, this was a fantastic experience. Don't really need more right away. And now that I'm craving more Dragon Quest, my thought is to, play these other games rather than go back to 11 and maybe, see some story stuff that I don't fully agree with. But again, I am sure I'll get to it one day, and then I'll have plenty to say about it, I imagine. But right now I'm playing 5 and 8, which are the next like fan favorites. Dragon Quest 8 being, I think, the most popular one overall, and then 5, or at least the most popular in the West. And then 5, from what I understand, it's like one of the more well-received like fan favorites. Anyway, how about can I start a new save file in Unpacking? Which beam? Which beam? That was loud. Let's see. Oh yeah. So this is what I'm talking about. Like Do you see what I mean? With, like, the color palette kind of making the... like, the screen itself feel a little more, like... I don't know. I use the word immersive, not because I feel any differently about that word than I usually do, but because, like, I don't know, it just feels like it again, like I said, it feels like a theater mode of sorts. It's nice. I like it. Select is how you change saves. Thank you. I appreciate it. I will, let's do that. Dark colors have the appearance of being smaller compared to light colors. Is that a thing? I wish I had known that beforehand. Oh yeah, see? This book belongs to... definitely frames the game better. I am glad you think so, because I agree. It feels like, oh yeah, it feels a lot more like I can sink into this, you know? Also, it's got the nice frosted glass look, like I mentioned. If you look on the, like on the top bar, you can kind of see in here, I'll kind of demonstrate it for you. You can see, like, some of the background elements, like the icons and the top bar and stuff, kind of blur behind it. I'm so happy. I'm so happy with that. I put a lot of work into making that happen. And I think it looks very good. So I'm thinking, that'll be really nice, again, for something like Dragon Quest, because as I've stated a few times, Dragon Quest is a very, like, inherently cozy, kind of like sit in bed or like bundle up on your couch at like 10 p.m. kind of game, you know? The vibes are really, really great. So I'm thinking something like that is gonna work a lot better to kind of help people settle into what I think is like just some of the coziest game experiences you can have, at least that I've found so far. Dragon Quest be like that. I'm talking a lot about Dragon Quest because, again, I cannot stress how excited I am to play 8. I'm so fucking excited. Okay, this picture can go here. Wait, no, that could fall on your face. Let's put it right here. That way you'll have a little nook. Piggy bank goes right here. Small book can go right here for now. We're gonna kind of just like get things out of here, and then well, we can refine if need be. This is where all the toys go. Oh, you know what? Actually, this might be a good place for books. Now that I think about it. But it's not really... It's not shelving them in the right way. No. No, no, no. This is the toy space. This is the toy slot. This is the place where toys happen. We can put the ball right here, too. Trash can goes here. Let's get this fucking box out of the way. Trash can go under the desk. On the chair. Trash can right here. That's fine. Always place paintings where they could spontaneously suffocate you. Yeah, that's... Interior design tip. Pretty thin. Put that up there for now. Look at you! You go on the bed. Right on the bed. Stand watch, little frog. Keep safe those whom you love. Oh, Applejack, you're just in time. It's your shift. Super beam. You too? Here, take this corner. Wait. Take. Super beam, no! Super beam, stand right there. Oh shit, it's Club Shitto. Club Shitto. You're not supposed to be here. Here. Put the diary back in here. Club Shitto guards the money.
I keep the bills in line. Someone's gotta make sure this mortgage gets paid.
Super beam blasting off again, yeah. Oh shit! Wait. You're not Applejack. Yeah, I am. Here, Applejack 2. No, this is Fluttershy. Clearly. What am I talking about? The moment I saw this angle of the hair, I was like, oh yeah. Duh.
Super beam killed my grandma.
Here, you... Dude, why do kids got so much shit? Dude, why do you have so much shit? Wait. This goes back right here. Put the journal in there. What am I thinking? Put this right here. Put the ruler in there with the journal. Duh. Dude, kids don't deserve this much stuff. Is it Tamagotchi? Well, that has to stay with the pack. Right here. Oh, yeah. This is the goods. This is the treasure being guarded. Is Quaxley over here. Whoa! And Dr. Pig. Whoa! Oh, shit. This kid's kind of sick. There we go. I don't know what this is, but it goes right there. Oh dear. Okay. Shit. Here. Put the crayons right here. Spin around. Spin around. Spin around. Spin around. Beat. You can't. Never mind. Say pee-pee? Dude, that's so funny. This game's got jokes. No space. No, that sucks. Get out of there. Gratuitous. Here. Put the ruler in there. Scissors right here. Why would I need ruler and scissors? No. Put the Tamagotchi in there. And the eraser in here. No, the eraser goes right here in front of the brushes. You guys can stay in the mid and kind of like that. There we go. Holy fuck, it's Spyro. Hello. This one has to guard the ultimate treasure. No, it's okay. It also goes on the bed. But it's gonna go like that. It just looks like they're accosting him. Yeah, they're accosting me, my whole business. Ah! Whoa. I love when you really like just, oh, cute. I love when you really like zoom out of pixel art and it just looks so crisp. And it's like, yeah, that's why they made the Nintendo DS as small as it is. I understand. I understand where you were getting at, Miyamoto. Ew. God, it all looks gross. That's all disgusting. Get on the floor. You too. Game Boy. Speaking of Miyamoto. In the box. Dude, there's so many. Again, simply accosted. Okay, big old camera. That can go over here. Right behind Super Beam. Actually, Super Beam, you're gonna go and guard the money this way. There we go. Oh. Now we have ourselves a crime-fighting duo. Oh, the lighting changed. Whoa, I didn't know that that happened. I have never noticed that. That's so cute. Car can stay right here. The car can still go far. I want the diary up here again. I changed my mind again. But then where do the crayons go? Fuck. Shit. There we go. God damn it. No! Oh. Oh, the diary has to... Right, keep it secret, keep it safe. Oh, wait. Applejack can't help Slippy and Fluttershy guard the treasure? I guess not. Okay, there's a better treasure to guard. Well, I guess... Oh! Let's just go right there. It's still on the floor, but just in a more agreeable way. Okay, Miss Kitten. You're gonna help Slippy. Close it up. Alright. Very cool. Finally, my own room. Aw. Yeah, this game is very delightful. 2004. The year of the bees. The year of the bees. Okay. Put that up right here. Look at all the art equipment improvement. Always love that. I remember really enjoying this. That's the year I was born. I am a bee. Congratulations. Congratulations. Okay, take your screenshots. Alright. Shit. I'm about to get really stressed out about the fact that there wasn't immediately enough room for everything exactly where I wanted to put it. Ah! Stop! Oh, okay. All right. We'll have to deal with it. Shit. Hey, I didn't get to take a screenshot? Okay. Here, let's get a couple different variants here. Actually, just for good measure. So like, what are some occasions that we'd want to celebrate with people? The first thing that comes to mind is birthday. There you go. Divorce. Okay, hold on. Yeah, we'll do one for divorce. I forgot the birthday hat. Wait, no, it stays on. It stays on. Okay, what else? Oh god, that bee face like jump scared me. How about anniversary, graduation, soup. Okay. Soup, good job. The hell was that? What the fuck? Okay. I have to get back. The music stopped. No. Now we're in get up there. Stop. Oh god, this game is gonna make me go crazy. This game is like, this is the epitome of like, it has to get worse before it gets better, you know? Like that whole kind of idea. Because again, like, the in-between stresses me the fuck out. Cute. I like that. Aw, okay. This little piggy went on the bed. This little piggy went on the bed. Toothbrush doesn't... Oh, right. Oh, there's multiple rooms. Oh, there's multiple... Oh, there's multiple rooms now. I forgot. Right, okay. You know what? You know what I think part of it is? Part of my stress here? It's part of it is definitely that I know I already did this. Like, I know I did this already. So the idea of me having to do all this again... Whoa! Cool, it stays that way. The idea of me having to do all this again is really stressing me out. I don't know if this is a play twice kind of game for me. Oh! Oh, God. Jesus. Some of this melody sounds like How to Train Your Dragon too. Da, na, 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 na. I don't fucking know. On the floor. That's the best place. That's where mine are. Hey. I need to fold clothes. That's the joke. Is that I'm horribly unorganized. This game is stressing me out. I'm actually getting so stressed out. I don't think I can do. I don't think I can. I have to stop. I gotta get out of there. No, you don't understand. You don't understand. You don't understand. Okay. The first playthrough of this game rules. Like it's so, like, it's perfectly chill, it's zen, it's like extremely therapeutic. Playing it through a second time after I've already done it and also having to do it on stream was actually like, it was like there was a worm inside. I was just like, get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. Oh my God. Jesus. Sorry. I didn't mean that to be so abrupt. I also didn't mean to quit two stages in. Looks like this is gonna be a variety stream. Anyway. Soup, good job. Oh my God. But I'm eating mac of cheese. Mac in cheese. Oh man. Okay, I don't know what to do now. Sorry, I just upended the I just upended the stream itinerary. Here. Let me I need to test something. One sec. I'm gonna replay. Can someone use a Prime sub? Can, so, can someone use a Prime sub who has enough? I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to beg here. I literally just want to. I want to test the. You know what? I can just replay an alert. I just don't like because when I replay an alert, this is a very particular thing that bothers me. When I replay an alert, that ticker bar at the bottom adds a second alert to the bar as if the person like did something twice. And if I have to test it more than one, like if I have to test it more than a couple times, it just fills the entire bar with the same name and it bothers me. Hold on. I'll replay this one. That almost looks good. Almost. Why is it? Hold on. Oh, wait, this is the wrong one. Hold on. Here. It could stand to be a little bigger, I think. And also, one little thing here. Okay, I'll do it one more time. Boom. That looks better. And then I think what I want to do is change the color palette of those to match the overlay assets again, because that is something I unfortunately neglected to keep in mind. Okay. So not to play 2 levels of unpacking and run, but I might actually bounce for now, because honestly, I'm getting really tired. I didn't sleep long enough earlier, when I did end up sleeping. I only slept for like 3 hours, so I still got sleep I gotta catch up on, and I also don't want to stay up too late. And also, truth be told, I don't know what I want to do anymore. And I think this has definitely more than served its purpose as a test stream and as just a little bit of like a vibe, just a little bit of like a hey, I'm back from vacation. Let's fucking enter 2023 with some good energy. I'm so excited for this week. I'm so excited. I hope y'all are too. I'm excited for the year to come. We got lots of fun stuff coming up, including some charity events. I'm gonna try and really crack down on Sonic Destruction and a new dub and stuff, and of course, lots of new games that I'm gonna get to play, and there's just a lot to look forward to. So, yeah, please disperse as you will. I will let you go, and please take care. Rest well. I will see y'all on Tuesday for more Metroid Prime, and on Wednesday for Dragon Quest VIII. Please watch